Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, excuse me, I'm going to be very winded. I'm just very sensitive, very, very sensitive to my environment. is high. It is high. Good fucking God. Yeah, I haven't been talking much. So now it's going to be hard. All right, let me just pull the mic closer so I don't have to talk too loud. So I can just whisper. You guys can hear me. All right, this is a Pisces reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers. Also for those who find themselves on this video without a lick of Pisces in their chart. You're not dealing with a Pisces, but you're just hella resonating. The general message that I got when I asked what this reading would be about is that it's time for you to sparkle, not just shine, but sparkle. Okay. There's a difference between being bright and being sparkly. What are you going to choose to be? Bright, like all the other people who want to appear spiritual, who want to appear um, somehow like a part of the consciousness elite, because let's really be honest. Let's back this up and be really honest. There's a lot of shit going on in this world, and what's going on is people are trying to find their place, find their path, find their purpose, and a part of that is very much based in ego. Okay. Now, ego doesn't need to be killed. Stop the fucking spiritual violence. Ego doesn't need to be chained up and, all of this shit. That's a part of you. That's the part of you that helps to try and keep you alive through this experience. Now, what ego needs to do is remember its fucking role. It's not to take charge, it's not to run your show. It's to help bring your attention to the aspects of you, the aspects of your journey that need your attention. Okay. This helps your growth. When it's balanced, it helps you to grow. No, don't kill the ego. I got a big ass fucking zit right there. Let's just stop. I'm going to pull cards. We're going to get through this. So today is Wednesday, what day? Wednesday, the 20th. There have been grumbles about some really wicked shit being planned today. Okay. So this is, I guess, becoming sort of like a collective read as well as Piscean. Pisces, you have such a huge role to play in this period. You just do. You have a huge role. It's time for us to stop shrinking ourselves down, stop trying to fit in, stop trying to not step on toes, stop trying to try. Just be yourself. You're fucking fabulous just as you are. You really, really are. Okay. Whether you believe it for yourself or not, listen to what I'm saying to you. I don't lie. I'm not going to tell you something just to make you feel better. Remember, I'm the girl. If you ask me, did you call me a bitch? And I called you a bitch. Yeah, I called you a fucking bitch. I did. Why'd you call me a bitch? Because you're being one. That's why. That's why. So you're fabulous. Okay. What makes you unfabulous is when you believe other people's bullshit ideas of who you're supposed to be for them. That's what makes you unfabulous. That's what makes you a fucking tyrant. That's what makes you crazy. That's what, because you're trying to fulfill some role that someone is telling you to play. Case in point, Pisces, you really, really like this person, right? Let's just make this super general. You're hetero, you are a female, you like this boy, like you really, really like this boy. And now he's playing games with you. What you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that? I'm gonna love him so hard so that way he loves only me. No, boo boo. He's incapable of love like that. He's incapable of loving you that way, incapable of receiving that type of love. So now what's gonna happen? You're gonna play the role because this is the type of hypothetical person who needs the crazy woman in his life so he can go to his boys, be like, this bitch is fucking crazy. She's drunk off the D. I'm sorry. Fish don't get drunk. We don't. We don't. We do get confused with our need to save other people. Leave him and his diseased PP alone. Plenty of PPs in the ocean. Go find one that doesn't have disease. Mental, emotional, physiological disease. Find a different one, girl. There's so many PPs in this world. I'm just saying. Being a mother of nothing but males, I'm surrounded by PP all the time. Just PP everywhere. You don't gotta be that desperate to play some role. And then you're gonna be all butthurt because, oh my God, he made me look crazy. No, girl, you played the role. He invited you. You said, okay, sure, let's go. And then you played the role. Fuck that shit. You're not gonna make me play no kind of fucking role. I don't fucking think so. Nope. You want to play? You want to try and run away? Go, keep running. Faster, run faster. I ain't chasing your ass. Run the other fucking way. Go, run. It's okay. Yeah, no, I'll chase you. No, I won't. Oh, y'all. Don't chase nobody. Fuck that. I don't give a shit what your title is. You're not being chased. You're going to be encouraged to run. No joke. And when they look back to see if you're chasing, just, I got my shirt. I'm a fucking unicorn. Okay? Be a magical unicorn. Be it. Be about it. Be about your horn. Sometimes you gotta ram people. Sometimes you don't. So there's a lot of really fucked up shit planned for today, apparently. I don't know. Spiritual, energetic, whatever it is. A lot of talks about it. Making its rounds. Where is the other? Okay, these two, and then we're done. A lot of talks making their rounds. I don't care. I really, really don't. You talk about whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to join that manifestation crew. Whatever it is, you're going to choose to fixate on. Whether it's fear-based, whether it's empowerment, whether it's whatever, that's what you're going to manifest, okay? If all you look for is the ugliness in the world, that's all you're going to find. Not because there's a lack of beauty, but because your focus is set on one specific frequency. Whatever frequency that is, that's what you will draw to you because of reciprocal reflection. So let's start pulling cards. It's time for us to fucking sparkle. More than shine, sparkle. I've been in California for about a week. A lot of really fucked up shit. Really fucked up shit. And yesterday, as I was preparing to head to the airport, I just realized, as a Piscean, I had slipped back into this role of like, I have to be sorry for being empowered, for knowing what I need, speaking my truth, having expectations that are realistic. Like if I pay for something, it is a realistic expectation for you to deliver the product to me, right? So, and then I noticed like all these California motherfuckers, I mean, I used to be one of y'all. I'm not no more. So dismissive. And finally, I was like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? All these disrespectful ass motherfuckers, like, you don't need to tell every single one of them off, but you need to sit back on your fucking throne, put your crown back on your head, and be the powerful being that you are. And as soon as I said that, within a few minutes, one of the people that I had been waiting to contact me contacted me. And I was like, that's fucking right. That is fucking right. I don't need to tell you, like, bitch, you had me fucking waiting for so fucking long. No, I didn't need to do that. I just needed to put my ass back on my throne and sit there. Just exist as a spiritual sovereign, the royal of my auric kingdom. That is how you go from shine to sparkle. Shine is simply being bright. Sparkling is being bright, reflective, and like drawing in all of this amazing concentration of gift. What is a gift? Your connections with others, opportunities, blessings, support, love, all of that. If you don't reflect what you need, if you keep it hidden very, very deep within yourself, no one, not even creation, will know to give it to you. No one, no one, not even creation. How is that? Creation knows everything. Well, in that moment, all creation knows is that you don't want to receive anything. That's something you chose. Consciously, subconsciously, whatever it is, that is something you chose. You chose to believe you are not worthy of support. You chose to believe you deserve to be attacked. You chose to believe that you need to be sorry for being vocal about advocating for yourself, for other people. Hmm. I'm just saying, I'm talking more to myself than to you guys at this point. I am. I needed to hear that. Card number 3, be fearless. Not only are you the lighthouse, you are the energy that supplies the light booms that come out of that lighthouse. You are at the root of all of your circumstance. Now, with the way your circumstance goes, it can definitely affect the trajectory of everyone else's journey around you. If you are going to continue to choose to believe you are weak, you have no power, and people can say and do whatever they want to you, you will affect your environment in that way. And yes, it's kind of messed up that I'm like, well, your response, because it's time for you to use your manifestation ability in a more responsible way. You cannot stop people from experiencing struggles in their life. But just because you can't stop that doesn't mean you have to join them there and wallow in it. That doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve anything except a perpetuation of this very distorted belief that you don't deserve respect, consideration, or support. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. Okay? Yo, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm gonna call that nurse practitioner today, bitch. Listen. You better listen to me. Okay, no, stop. No. We're not trying to start wars. We're trying to hype ourselves up so we can re-enter this powerful place where we naturally belong. And this place of power requires our acknowledgement of how powerful we actually are. Again, not to hype yourself up to go to war unnecessarily. Okay? Okay. Card number 24, new chapter. You're entering into a new chapter of your life, of your journey. If you want to continue to choose to look down at your feet as you're being propelled upwards and forwards, you're not going to know where you're going. You're not going to know if you need to kind of shift your weight a little bit so that you miss the blockages that are being placed before you. Okay. Self-worth, card number 27, self-worth. So her hair looks like a tsunami. I love this. Your personal power is just like a tsunami. You're not just a droplet in the ocean. Really let that sink in. You're not just a droplet in that ocean. You're the whole fucking ocean. When you allow all of your parts to come forward, when you allow yourself to really tap into this knowing that you can handle anything in life, you then begin to collect more of your parts. Okay. You then begin to collect these pieces of you that open the window to your intuition. It opens that window. It creates a brighter light. It draws to you the very circumstance and connections you need to reach that higher level of consciousness. This is not about human accomplishment at this point. It's just not. You can accomplish all you want as a human being on a human level. That's fine. This is about accomplishment on a soul level, allowing yourself to reach higher levels of understanding, deeper depths of self acceptance. This is what the world needs. They need to witness you as a Piscean or as an empath going through this process within yourself in order for them to gain some sort of unspoken guidance on how they should empower themselves. So let's see. Card number 40. Oh, sunny day. The world is rotting. Let's just be blunt. The world is rotting. It's a fucked up place at this point. It's been a fucked up place for quite a while, but they, the proverbial they, have decided to just make obvious the shit show that this world is. Okay? Oh, Emmie, you're being pessimistic. No, I'm being fucking real. I'm being so fucking real right now. There is not much nice stuff going on in the world right now. Not to say, not to confuse that statement with this belief that no good is left. That's just not true. There's so many of us that are good, intrinsically good, not realizing how good we are because we've believed the distorted teachings we have been indoctrinated with. Yes, this world exists through indoctrination. Really let that sink in. This video is probably going to get flagged. Fuck you and your flags. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, there's richness in the decay. There is. There's absolute richness in this decay. Within this decaying process, we can absolutely begin to harvest the energy and use it intentionally to grow what we want. So, poop. That's the parts that your body couldn't digest. And before it begins to decay too far, it gets pushed out. That's poop. That's the undigestible matter or indigestible matter. Now, is poop useless? No. Just because you can't digest it doesn't mean the earth can't. Let that sink in. Just because you can't use it doesn't mean something greater than you has no use for it. Now, there will be people who will be nothing more than the excrement makers of your life. Let's be honest. All of us have at least one poop factory that we deal with. Could be family, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker. Really, all of us have at least one poop maker. Oh, but I don't talk to anyone. Okay. You might be your own poop maker. Yeah, that's fucked up. Well, is it true for you? Why are you mad? You mad because it resonates and now you're pissed off? Because I'm being too truthful? That sucks. But we have at least one poop maker in our lives. It's up to you what you're going to do with that poop. If you're going to not value it and just throw it away, that's up to you. That's your choice. No one gets to tell you what to do. For me personally, I will gather all of that poop, metaphoric poop, and I will let that shit ferment. And then I will go ahead and put it in my garden. That's what I'll do. That is what I'll do. And I will consciously choose what I grow in that garden. Not just beautiful ornamental flowers that really serve me no purpose aside from witnessing the growth of beauty. I'm going to go ahead and plant things that will sustain me through my emotional winters. I'm going to go ahead and plant all sorts of nutritious thoughts, nutritious possibilities that, with a little bit of tending from me, will grow into tremendous potentiality. That's what I'm going to do with that poop. That's what I'm going to do with that poop. I had someone, my brother Jose and I, we were talking to this one individual about starting our own CBD line, and this person was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's total bullshit," and blah 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 blah, 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 being the fucking negative Nancy, negative Ned, the negative Ned that they are. And I was like, whatever. And then the next day they're like, "Oh, I saw CBD on Alibaba." Okay, I don't give a shit. That doesn't resonate with me. I'm not in it for profit. If I'm going to be attached to something with CBD, that shit better really resonate with my fucking soul, or I'm not telling anyone about it. And so that was months ago. I've been using the Durango Botanicals CBD, this one. I ended up becoming an affiliate recently. And I told my brother, like, I spoke to the owner, and they're open to custom creating a blend for me, for him, whatever our purpose is. And Jose goes, "You didn't let negative Ned stop you, huh?" Fuck no. Ned has no fucking say in my life. If I resonate with something, I'm gonna resonate to the fucking core. And I'm gonna bring that into my life and my journey and go with it. If it's something that resonates with you, fuck what the negative Neds and Nancys say. They exist to bring challenge into your life, to taunt you into choosing your own greatness. Fuck the shine, start the sparkle. That's a shirt right there. Fuck the shine, start the sparkle. What? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So, with that said, I wasn't planning on talking about CBD, but I during botanicals, if you put in code Emmie Evolving, um, that will go ahead and I believe if you have like 15% off. Or did he say 25 now? 25. Okay. Don't quote me on this. I believe he said the discount has been raised to 25% off. I swear by this stuff. If y'all knew what the fuck this week has been for me, yo, I've been chugging the shit out of this CBD, um, and it's made everything tolerable. Everything. I accomplished so much in a week. So, and all the proceeds from that, I don't know how much he said. There's a percentage because now I'm an actual official affiliate. But that all goes to supporting my brother. I don't need to keep any of that. So, card number 11, Queen Bee. You're the queen bee. You're the queen bee. Don't let the fucking drones and worker bees within your energetic field fuck with you. They don't even get to talk to the queen. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. As a queen bee, I would be like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't look at me. Do your job. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to keep laying some eggs and growing the family. Don't bother me. And that's how I would be as a queen bee. I don't know about you, but when you know what your purpose is, really truly live it. If my purpose is to grow the hive, I don't like that word because then it makes me think of hive mind, and I don't ever want you to have a hive mind. That's the problem with society right now. We all exist with a hive mind. Not all, many, most exist within that hive mind. And that's how we got to where we're at right now. I don't even know if I like the word colony. Moving right along. Yeah, moving right along. Card number 8, Red Garden. Oh, look at her. Mhm. Your heart speaks to you. It's been speaking to you. This is a period that's been very, very difficult for so many of us. Not just, in general terms with the world being the shit show that it is, because it is a shit show right now. I don't know who the fuck keeps volunteering me to come back to this place, but thank you. Thank you for volunteering me. Um, let your heart talk to you. Really just let your heart speak without trying to interpret. Take it word for word. And then once it's done giving you the whole shebang of whatever it is it needs to say, then let yourself pause and ask, what does this mean for me? What does it mean? Sometimes your heart will speak directly to you. Sometimes your heart will bring even random strangers to talk to you. They'll say certain things and they don't have any idea that they're delivering messages, but they are. They are. They're speaking your truth to you. They're giving you guidance directly from your heart. It can come from a song. Hell, it can come from numbers. Numbers. 98% at 829. 9 is the number of that God energy, the highest expression within this system. And then we had 8. 8 being the number of reunification. Another 8, elevating that reunification. The number 2 is guidance. Back to the number 9, which is God, your godlyhood. You are a living God with amnesia. All of us are. We are all living expressions, physical manifestations of a divinity so profound, our puny little fucking human brain, I've entered into a negative part of my life. Our puny fucking little human brain cannot comprehend that. It just can't. It can't. Emmie, how do you travel through your life? Well, I notice situations, I notice opportunities, and I tell myself, I don't fucking get it, but I'm gonna trust my soul. This bitch better not be wrong. That's how I get through my life. Just like that. That is how I get through my life. That is how I resolve any circumstance that comes before me. Everything. Everything in my life, I go through it blindly. If y'all think I'm powerful because I can see shit in advance, bitches, please. Regardless of what I see, I'm like, that's bullshit. No. Oh, no. There's no fucking way. That's bullshit. Yeah. A week later, I can't believe this bullshit. Yep. Word for word. That's how it goes down. Card number 41, sovereignty. That's that. You are a sovereign. You are a sovereign on your own. She's over there holding the moon. What are you hiding from yourself? The moon representing the things you hide from yourself. What is it that you hide from yourself? Are you hiding your own greatness? Are you hiding your own capability? Are you hiding your own intuitive guidance? Are you hiding your truth? Really let yourself think on that. Why hide your truth? To better fit in? You're never going to fit in. If you don't fit in already, regardless of your age, you never will. Stop trying to accomplish something that's not worth your time. You will never fit in. And that's a beautiful thing. Because maybe you were here to help dismantle the system that oppressed your brothers and sisters in Christ consciousness. Maybe that's why you're not allowed to ever fit in. Maybe that's why you will never human properly. Maybe, or maybe we can just accept the fact that we are who we are. There's always room for change and growth. It's not my place as a limited human consciousness to try and dictate to myself or others how this journey will go. The better way to see this is by blindly trusting my own soul, nothing else but my soul. And I can argue with her all I want. But the bitch tends to know things I don't. Yeah. Seriously. So just in the past week, for some reason, I found a property and it was hard to get a date to view the property in person. And then I got an email that a viewing date was available and I jumped on it. It was within 3 days. I'm several states away at this point. And I'm like, shit, I need to just fly in. Okay, I'll fly in, which was a total leap of faith. Like, fuck, I don't want to fly in because then, it's a long shot. Like, I don't want to waste my time. I flew in, we saw it, it's beautiful. I don't know if we'll ever be able to get that property, but the day it was time to fly out, I felt nervous. That morning, I felt nervous. I was flying out early afternoon. And I talked to my husband, and he said, it feels like you still need to be there. Had I not listened to my soul to fly to California, had I not listened to my soul speaking through my husband and cancel my flight, what the fuck would have happened to my brother? He got pushed out of that hotel, like out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And I had set the intention before I flew over there to begin with. Before I leave, he will be in a peaceful place. He will be somewhere where he can recover, where he can rest, where he will feel at peace with life and his journey. And it's temporary, but everything happened the way it should. I could have had a breakdown. I could have had a rageful fit. Cause really, when the front desk was like, "Now, girl, y'all gotta leave," and told me I couldn't extend even for a day, I could have been like, "Bitch, we ain't fucking leaving." No, I was like, "Okay." Okay. And then I told my brother, "Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go get a U-Haul." He's like, "For what?" "Oh, we can't stay." What would having a meltdown for that do? What would that do? "Well, you gotta speak your truth." Well, the truth is, griping about something you can't change doesn't change it. "Oh, well, I would've went to the front desk." No, I didn't want him to be there. That was such an unhealthy place for him to be. So instead of sitting there and thinking about how life is super, super shitty and it's nothing but wrong things happening all the time, this this is important. There's something happening right now that is so profound. I don't understand it with my human brain. I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with it. We're gonna see where this goes. There's no point in arguing with them. What, to extend it for a few hours? We still gonna have to leave. I've been wanting him to not be there. That's fine. I'm not gonna waste my energy and my time. Instead, I'm gonna get a U-Haul. I'm Y'all, his shit, it filled up a fucking U-Haul. I did all that by my tiny ass self with a bad back. No back brace on. And I was perfectly fine. You know why? Because I was focused and I was seated properly within my body and my journey. There was some sort of dynamic going on between my soul and my journey. I wasn't even tired after that. I was just going, going, going until I knew it was time to stop. And then I stopped and I sat and I looked around at the beautiful, peaceful place we were pushed into. This is an analogy for life. This is not just a sharing of my current events, my personal current events. This is an analogy for your spiritual journey. If you are going to waste your time and energy trying to fight your own soul because you don't know how your soul is guiding you will be wasting your time and energy. You will deplete yourself, you will lose opportunity, you will lose all of that. All of that. We got into a place, hey, it's not big. It's just enough space for him and a caretaker. Works out beautifully. He's resting, he's sleeping. He feels good about life again. He feels like he might actually be able to be very stable and, make things happen and all of this. That's what we need. It doesn't matter what kind of trials and tribulations you go through to get to that point. Because whatever you go through to get to that peaceful point, that just reminds you in a very tangible way how powerful you actually are, because you are that powerful. Did I manifest this? Probably in some way. I don't know. Do I need the credit? No. What do I need from this? To know that I was capable, to know that I could keep my word, to know that I accomplished something beautiful. Did I need to go through this so I could flex in front of other people? No, that's fucking irrelevant. People are going to think whatever they think, whether you try and flex to impress or flex to show you're more powerful, somehow above. They're going to take it however they're going to take it. Some of you will take this sharing of my personal life circumstance as me bragging. That's fine. That's where you're at with your consciousness. Some of you will take it as like, shit, that's true. My life, that's what happens in my life too. My soul does the same shit. It feels like everything's falling apart. And at the very end, when I think I can't take no more, it all fucking just magically works out. That's beautiful. That's where your consciousness is. This place of openness to begin really recognizing the way your soul works through your life situations. That's a powerful place to be. Am I powerful because I can do more than you? No, I'm powerful because I consistently allow my soul to empty me of my expectations, my flawed beliefs, my distorted vision and interpretation of those visions. And I allow it to work through my life and its circumstance. That's what makes me powerful, because I can humble myself enough to embrace the truth. My human consciousness, no matter how smart I am, can never trump the will and power of soul. It just can't. So the more I fight it, the more I struggle. And hey, sometimes the struggle's a part of it. It's not because I'm stupid. It's not because I'm stubborn. It's because some part of me knows when I need to challenge my soul so it can challenge me back and increase the potentiality of that moment of growth. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's powerful. That's sovereignty. Sovereignty is not about other people bowing down to you. That's not a sovereign. That's a fucking wannabe monarch. That's a human being trying to play a divine role. No. No, I don't think so. I'm a queen only for myself. Let that sink in. You are a royal only for yourself, has nothing to do with anyone else. Nothing. It's about how you carry yourself within your journey, not about how people witness you as you carry yourself. The emperor's clothes, the emperor's new robe, is that story from childhood. Analogy for spirituality. Trying to clothe yourself in intangible things in order to raise your societal status. That's fucking idiotic. I've reached a new level of bluntness in my life. It's stupid. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. It's stupid. I'm sick and tired of people trying to approach me with this concept of, I'm on your level because I've achieved this. Okay, tell me, what level am I on? What level is that? I'm sorry. Because I don't know what level I'm on. If you can tell me what level I'm on, and now Michael's laughing. Ah, Michael's laughing because it's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. I don't know anything in my life. I don't. I kind of just live it. Something pops up. Okay, address that. Something falls apart. Okay, pick up the pieces. What are we going to use these pieces for? We're about upcycling. That's a powerful place to be so flexibly strong that nothing can actually break you. And knowing that when there are pieces of you that become broken, those are the very pieces, excuse me, that fit together improperly. And so that needs to be taken apart. It's just like when you're building something with Legos and you accidentally use the wrong piece. Yeah, those Lego kits. You have to take it all apart in order to get that piece. If you don't play with Legos, you probably shop at IKEA. Yeah. When you use the wrong screw for something, you got to take that bitch apart to get that one screw that you put in the wrong place. Clairvoyance is like IKEA furniture building instructions. You see the visual, you don't know what the fuck it means. You try and read the words, what the fuck, flocking? What the fuck is the flocking? Yeah, no, just follow the pictures. If it gets messed up, take it apart, do it again. No biggie. No biggie. So, card number 40, darkness. We're entering into a dark phase of human evolution. We're entering into a dark phase of our personal consciousness. All of us. All of us. Yeah. Some people will be in the comments either now or later, like, nah, girl, I'm good. Well, good for you. But your soul told me you're not. Yeah, I don't care if you're good or not, like I'm not wishing harm on you. But this is for the people who need to hear this. It's a general reading. It's not for everybody. It's a general reading. And for those that need to hear this, there's going to be a dark period. That dark period can either be experienced through self-denial, self-rejection, and you can be very afraid. That's a normal response. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than. It's a normal human response. If you allow the human to flow, to be held like a baby by soul, it's not so scary. It's really not. It's something where you can be like, wow, I was able to get through that this easily. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, you're that powerful. You really, really are. And sometimes you need to go through the process in order to really understand how powerful and protected you are. And being powerful and protected does not mean you will have nothing but an easy life with zero circumstance and zero opportunities to learn. That's another very flawed human concept. Where if I'm doing the work, what work? Yeah, so that's why nothing ever happens in my life. Are you sure you haven't cocooned yourself? Are you sure you're not ignoring your soul on the other side of that cocoon attempting to communicate to you? Do you just have very elevated avoidance skill? This is from Michael. Just because thy skill of avoidance is elevated does not mean you've got it. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak with an English accent. I just like to do that because he has this air of affluence. Okay, card number 39, creation. It's time for you to consciously create. Your soul is trying to hand you whatever blueprints, you know, but here you are continuously trying to alter the plan of your soul. And then you wonder why it doesn't work out. I don't know. Maybe I'm extra vicious today because I have a pimple on my. No, I'm just vicious. It's fine. We'll get through this. We will get through this. Ooh, shit. Okay. You're going to go through one of two things, possibly both. Okay. One of two things, possibly both. So either you're going to have 10 fury bushfires where everything in your life is being burned down, the connections, all of that. Or you're going to sleep and isolate yourself and retreat to the mountains and enter into a frigid state where, you know, during winter you kind of just want to be held. You want to be in soft cuddly clothes, be by the fire, be very quiet and into yourself, and just held by soul, held by people you love, but just held. I wonder if we're going to go through both. Michael says some of us have learned enough that we can handle both. For others of us, y'all might not be able to. It's okay. Whatever your process is, that's your process. Own it, respect it. Don't force yourself to go through things that your soul doesn't feel you need to go through. Some of us need to go through both, some of us need to go through one. Both are equally valuable, equally important, and both need that elevated respect. Okay? No one is better than anyone else. We're all very different. We are. But no one is better than anyone else. Okay? So, with that, we have building atoms. A new consciousness is being built. Okay. A new consciousness is being built for the human being. Everyone that exists on this plane right now, a new consciousness is being built. For some of us, this new consciousness has to do with realigning yourself and soul, allowing your frequency, your resting frequency, to be more compatible with the next step of consciousness evolution here on this earth plane. For others of us, you're going to more fully embrace and cling on to the old ways of being. You have become an enemy to soul. Can never win against soul. Ever. Ever. You are fighting a losing battle. Whether it be my soul or your own, it will crush your defiance to your own divinity. Some of us need to go through this. Some of us don't. You get to consciously choose because nothing is ever set in stone. Nothing. Nothing is ever set in stone. You can always change your mind, even at the last second, not the last minute, the last second. You can change your mind. How many people who were supposed to, because there's quite a few, how many people who were supposed to be on one of the planes that crashed into the buildings on 9/11? How many stories have you heard where they were supposed to get up that morning, but they didn't? Last minute, either they missed their flight or they decided not to go, but they didn't get on that plane. You have a right to change your mind. That goes with human circumstance, spiritual circumstance, all of that. That is a part of your intrinsic sovereign right. Okay? I mean, unless you're part of some spiritual team that's here to do specific spiritual things. Um, Oh God. This is gonna get me in the crosshairs of so many people. I don't give a shit. Michael says to bring up the whole light worker, light warrior thing. So many need, for some reason, the titles and that's how they identify themselves. Um, the light workers and light warriors, the true ones, um, they tend to come from Melchizedek cloister. With that, you don't get sovereign free will in the way that other human beings do. Okay. So if you can still change your mind at the last minute and this and that, you're probably not cloister. Probably not. If you feel the need to identify as that, like you really need that title, you got to tell everybody that. Probably not cloister. Cloisters keep it very quiet. They just do. They keep it very quiet because it's a need to know basis. It's a really need to know. It's not a secret thing. It's a need to know basis. They don't operate in ego. They don't need the credit, so they don't need the title. So I don't know why he's saying that. Because that's kind of a given for cloisters. You know, like when we come across each other's path, like there's always this conversation of like, oh yeah, that word felt familiar. I don't know, it was just weird. And then that's it. But our hearts know, like, what's up, motherfucker? Yeah. Yeah. It's like that. There's no need for like, oh, I'm close to, and no one cares. They don't. No one cares. And the ones who do care, they're probably going to use you for that clout. So you shouldn't care. So card number 16, melting mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. For the ones that need to know what your soul is, they will know without you uttering a single word. They will know, they will see you as something that helps to realign their life by simply existing. They will know. They will know. There will be something about you that they can't quite put their finger on, but it's something so profound. And they will keep coming back just to witness you, not to take from you, not to take energy, not to take this, not to take none of that, just to witness you, to hear you, to share space with you. That's one of the ways you know you're cloister. It's just, yeah, it's just one of those things. And even though that's happening, you're still going to want and feel the need to hide yourself away, to not share all of these parts of you because, again, need to know. Do you really need to know? Probably not. Card number 24, emptied. The ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. So going back to this message, this whole stack. I mean, for a pink type of deck, that was a fucking morbid ass. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. This message right here, this stack of like the juxtaposition of heat and freezing and the message of becoming an enemy of soul. Those who choose to fight a war against soul and choose to become an enemy of the soul, they're going to lay at the side of the door where things are ending. And that's why they feel the need to fight. Shit's going to go the way shit's going to go. All we need to remember is that you have a divine right, a divine obligation to consciously choose A or B. What's A or B? I don't know. I don't know because they haven't been fully slated yet. But you're going to need to choose A or B. Which do you resonate with? Well, I need to know what it is. No, your human mind needs to know. I'm asking your soul, what do you resonate with? A or B, regardless of what it is. A or B. And then let your soul spell it out for you later. Okay? So, this is a birthing process. For those who are against, the ones who have chosen to be some sort of enemy of soul, y'all are the contractions that usher in the rebirth of consciousness. You still serve your purpose. You still are an important component of what's going on with the world right now. We have to let go of this human concept of right and wrong, good and bad, us and them. We all here existing for a very specific purpose, regardless of what your soul lineage, your titles, your purpose, whatever it is. We're all here playing a very significant role, including the bad people. The bad people. Yeah, all of us. All of us. Oh, well, it's this party and that party and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I saw this video on TikTok. It was this girl who I'll share it on Facebook at some point. She did a video where she's talking about she didn't realize how traumatized she is as a person until she moved to Europe. And she didn't really fully understand until she got pulled over for speeding in, I don't know, some European spot. And she was so visibly afraid to the point I think she was shaking or something like that. And the cops, when they saw her ID, which was still a US issued ID, they're like, oh no, calm down. They knew why she was scared. They're like, we're not American cops. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. And that reminded me of this video. Trevor Noah, he's so intelligent. It's amazing. Trevor Noah was talking about how he got pulled over and he was making the comparisons between American culture and his culture. I think he's from South Africa. I'm not sure where. But yeah, I was just like, that's crazy. That's such a difference. And this girl goes further by sharing that she was at some sort of convention and something fell and made a loud bang, and everyone else was fine. But she's the only one that thought it was a gunshot and ducked. And then that's when they all knew she was from America because mass shootings are not normal everywhere else. That's some shit, isn't it? That's some shit. What are you allowing yourself to participate in? What are you allowing yourself to be forced into? Because you can't really say you were forced into something. That's passive permission. That means you didn't consciously say, yes, you can do this to me. But there was a part of you that subconsciously gave your power away to whoever this other person or what being is. You gave them that authority over you in a subconscious way. Well, Emmie, if it's subconscious, I can't blame myself. It's not about blame, boo boo. This is about owning the fact that you made some sort of decision to give away your power. And if you have the ability to give that power away, then you sure as fuck have the ability to reclaim that power. Take your fucking power back. Take your power back. And this leads me to this, like, we're looking for properties again, rentals. We're not trying to buy. Everybody calm down. I was looking for properties with my brother. We were driving through some different areas just to see, like, okay, should we look in this area? What would be safe for you? And we got lost and we happened to drive past the Capitol building. I was in Sacramento, California. That's where the Capitol building is. Um, Tell me why that shit looked like they were getting ready for the apocalypse. There were more military and police officers there than civilians. The Capitol building has been fenced off completely like a construction site. Across the street, all the storefronts have been boarded up like a fucking apocalyptic event. What the fuck is this shit? Whatever it is, I don't give a shit. I'm not consenting to that. Whatever it is, in whatever way is appropriate for my soul, I will fight that shit to the bitter fucking end. Period. Period. You have a right to choose that. You have an obligation to yourself and the rest of creation as master manifestors. You have an obligation to begin consciously using your energy. Because when you consciously use that energy, you are pulling it back, reclaiming it from these malicious motherfuckers who want to usher in certain things. Fuck you. Fuck your fucking plans. My energy is mine. You don't get to use me to propagate bullshit. I will always honor my purpose by speaking truth, not sugarcoating shit, and calling you out on not using your power. Does that mean you have to be in the streets? Does that mean you have to get violent? No, it means take your energy back. They can't do shit without you giving your energy. They can't do shit. And that's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. Someone wants to try and trigger you. I don't got a trigger. You can keep yanking all you want. It feels like a massage. Are you tired now? You bored? Yeah. They'll never find your trigger if your trigger is in your hand. That trigger can be such a powerful thing when you're the one squeezing it. When you allow yourself to retain that power, you are not armed with your truth. And the truth is, we all experience traumas in life. Why do you keep giving your trauma gun to someone else to shoot you with? That's just some fucked up shit. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm a spiritual gunshot victim. No, you volunteered by giving it to them. Like, hey, shoot me with it. To aim, shoot me, let's test it. No, that's not how I function. I have very deep respect for my spiritual arsenal. No one touches the triggers. Only I do. And whenever I feel the need to touch the trigger, that trigger will launch me forward. It's not to shoot at someone else. No, I'm not wasting that on you. It's to launch me forward like a fucking bullet, unstoppable. Make it a 50 cal. Beowulf. I think I'm going to convert my rifle to a Beowulf at some point. I don't think I'll be able to shoot it though. I can already feel that pain. Card number 12, creative power. Release your alchemical energy into the world. There it is. Pisces, release it. Let it go. Let it go. Allow yourself to rebirth yourself. And in that process, you're also rebirthing parts of the human consciousness that people thought they could enslave. Fuck that shit. Nope. Nope. Not without my consent. We have to go forward. We have to see life as an adventure. Okay? Look at how beautiful these pictures are. But society, especially American societies, would tell you that going forward in adventures should be seen differently. That maybe this picture right here is the dawning of a new day after we've destroyed everything. That this is the cloud of smoke from the rubble. Yeah, no, fuck that. That's the fog clearing. It's a beautiful day. There's no need for destruction. I'm not consenting to any of that shit. I'm going to walk down this beautifully peaceful path with nice, lush grass. And, if I get tired, I'm going to lay in the grass, roll around in that shit, feel really good about life. And no one gets to tell me that I can't. How about that? How about I can see my life as a beautiful adventure, something maybe tropical, something that will make it very hard for me to leave, something so beautiful that I don't ever want to leave that place within myself. How about that? And no one else gets to tell me that, oh my God, you're such a typical Pisces. Oh, you mean powerful, beautifully peaceful, fully capable of war? Yes, I am a typical Pisces, deeply feeling with a depth that would crush most other people. Yes, I am a typical Pisces. Recognize that shit. Someone want to say that to you? Yes, I am. It's beautiful, right? Sensually powerful, right? It is. Opportunity. In this dark period, you're going to have many opportunities to grow yourself in ways that you never thought you could. It's up to you if you're going to take that or if you're going to cower in fear at the presence of your own greatness. Let that sink in. You're not cowering in fear of other people. You're cowering in fear of a knowing of your own greatness, feeling it approaching you, feeling your purpose coming closer and potentially being brought into fruition. I think the thing with Pisces is that Pisces and empaths in general, okay, not just Pisces, but empaths as well. I think the thing with us is that we feel so ashamed for being so powerful, for being so feeling, for being so different. Why? Why do I have to apologize to exist? I don't. I'm not your cup of tea? Okay, because I'm fucking vodka. It burns going down? Yeah, because that's truth. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. It will burn. It will burn when you've allowed yourself to dry out so fully through depletion because you're trying to please other people. Fuck yeah, it'll burn. And it'll reignite your soul. You're welcome. Yeah, no, you're welcome. Burn away the shit that no longer serves you. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about your outdated beliefs about yourself. These outdated assumptions that society has indoctrinated you with. Like you have to be this, you have to be that. You don't have to be shit but yourself. And for that, you don't even need to try. Oh, but I'm trying to I see there you go. Fatal flaw. You're trying to what? Be more like someone else? Be what someone else told you you should be? Be what? Nothing important. Let that really sink in. Nothing important. What are you trying to be? Nothing important. I'm trying to blend in. Why is that? Why try to blend in when you were created to stand out? Why is that? Because you've believed in this program of shame for being something that does not fit in any mold or box dictated by society. That sucks. That sucks, trying to fit into something that you're not. But then I'll be alone. Isn't that a beautiful thing? To be comfortable in your aloneness, in your solitude, to be able to appreciate yourself to the point where it's not a bad thing being alone. They'll dip rather than hear it. Yeah, they can go ahead and dip. I don't have time, energy, or space for the enemies of soul, whatever that means. Are you an enemy of soul because I've labeled you as that? Or am I simply using the label that has been given to me to identify what your purpose is? And if your purpose is to hold on, to cling to what is ending, then that's your purpose. Does that make you personally my enemy? No, I don't believe in enemies for myself. I believe in people who have space to exist with me, and people who choose to exist somewhere else. And if you choose to exist somewhere else because you need me to shut up, adios, motherfucker. Adios. Have a lovely trip. I don't need you here. I don't need you to listen to me. I need you to honor your purpose. And if your purpose has nothing to do with me, by all means, honor it. Am I saying that in a bitter way? No. I'm just stating fact. I'm not going to try and convince you to stay. I'm not going to try and convince you to hear whatever it is my soul is asking me to say. And if you need to dip, I hope your back is hope your back is healthy, because at some point if you keep dipping, you can hurt yourself. Not because I'm hurting you. Self-inflicted injury. All right. Final card. Okay. Card number 27. The angel Rasbar. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and it's saying yes. So you're being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love and therefore desiring to serve. So then do not doubt yourself. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to a cacophony. You may wonder if you really help, or if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there's just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Don't despair. It's part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world, something that has its place even amongst all that activity, something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence. The true silence is peace. It's the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives of itself unconditionally. That silence is present underneath even the most noise, if one knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful feeling heart. When you know how to feel for it, to surrender into it, you can transmit silence in many ways, through the peace you cultivate in your heart in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your voice, written, sung, or spoken. Yes, even through sound, if that's your path of service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the hearts of others. The true and great silence, as you may now realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It's the experience of the divine presence of love. So you shall trust in the wisdom of the Master who bids you to serve according to the graces you've been given. Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of divine love that will reach out to the world through your willing soul? Yes, I knew your brave heart would accept this empowerment. I knew you wanted to serve more than you wanted to fear. Whatever is in your heart is the method by which the great jewels shall be collected. The Master teaches us that we are built to serve according to a higher perfection. So if to dance is in your heart, then dance. Be open and free. Do not hide. Dance. If prayer is in your heart, then pray. If you can feed the poor with food, if you can give the despairing kindness, the lost your words, and those who have turned away from the great master a healing touch, then do so. Do so without doubt, without having to be the best or the greatest or any other notion your mind conjures. Just be willing. Willingness, not perfection, is required from you. So then there is room for freedom to awaken in you. Willingness opens you to divine assistance, and through that empowerment, even greater joy of being um, will grow within your sacred heart. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world completely and utterly. Your radiance can become one of the sacred candles of the Holy Master. There are many candles that hold the Master's light, and yet each one of them is precious beyond compare. Be such a light. Scoop up the jewels through your service and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false imaginings and smallness of mind. Yes, your heart is too big for your mind and it will break it open, but that's okay. Do you think you only serve love and are not also to be served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? Angel shall show you the way then, for she knows you from a long, long time ago, though you might have temporarily forgotten the acquaintance. She is a great hostess and guide in the terrain of divine love, and she remembers you. You who are great of heart and capable of contribution. You who are now signing up for the service in the great work of love. Yes, there is work for you to do. Your purpose is bestowed. Serve, assist, do not hold back for any reason. Not one reason you could imagine is worthy of you. So then aliveness, so then service, so then joy. Help and be helped. That's the way for you now. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You're being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who is ready to take on the mantle of a greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You are going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility, excuse me, for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence. And through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping up and forward onto your path. This is appropriate now. It will make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It's not about being worth more than another. It's about the utterly sensible use of a light that's not to be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness so that others, still in darkness, may find their way more easily. This is efficient, intelligent, and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the heart of the Master as another and another find their way, benefiting from the light of your being. So shine true, be humble but not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily because you choose to honor the power of the great silence that emanates through you evermore as you trust and surrender. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Mm. Ooh, that is so beautiful. So this part right here, it's about the utterly sensible use of a light, that it's not to be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness so that others still in darkness may find their way more easily. It's about just existing, allowing yourself to exist, and giving others the freedom to choose how they will use your light. Not taking from you, but allowing your light to simply exist as it is and freeing others to have the sovereign right to choose to either just stand where they are, choose not to grow, but be able to see their surroundings, or to use the glow of your light to find their way back to themselves. You have no say in this, but you do have a purpose. Your purpose is to exist. How powerful do you have to be that your gift to the world is simply existing? I'd say that's pretty powerful. And every single one of you have that kind of power. You just choose not to believe it. And because you are a God made into flesh, it doesn't matter who believes or doesn't. Does that God essence need the entirety of humanity to believe in order to be? No. Much lower terms. Do I need some random person's permission or acknowledgement to exist? Someone who doesn't know me in some distant land, because they don't know me, I can't exist. We don't need other people's permission to just be. We don't even need our own permission to exist. You just exist. And it's time for you to begin considering using your existence for something way more than what you ever thought your existence means. If we're going to continue to use me as an example, which is why Michael has me live stream, I don't really see my abilities and my thought process as anything profound. This is me. This is just how I am. This is who I've always been. No big deal. It doesn't take away from the fact that other people might feel like it's a big deal. Other people might hear my opinions as something profound, something spiritually advanced, elevated consciousness. Yeah, no, not to me. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Sometimes I live stream, I talk a lot of shit, and sometimes truth just spills out my mouth. That's just me. Imagine that. How much have you been affected by me just being me, regardless of the value I place on that? You do that for other people without even realizing it. Do it consciously now. Not preaching to other people, but allowing yourself to go from lightness to actual sparkle. Allow yourself to sparkle. The people who need to hold space with you, they will find their way to you. The ones who you're no longer in resonance with, they'll find their way out. Hold on to nothing, but cherish what stays. And that's what Michael just said. Hold on to nothing, but cherish what stays. This is a great shift that we're in personally. Personally, with the way 2020 went, we saw the masks melt off of people. People who talked a wonderful game of how, they love you, they support you, like all of this, this stuff people do. This stuff people do to remain in your good graces. We saw the truth. We did. And if you think you didn't see the truth of people, I ask you to look again. Not to see who needs to be weeded out, but to see why paths had to be separated, why they're no longer around in your life. Is it because you did something bad? Is it because they did something bad? Or will you allow yourself to raise your consciousness and recognize there was no longer any resonance? You reached a frequency of consciousness that they could not follow. Doesn't make you better. It's just a difference that needs to be recognized. So you can free yourself from wondering what you did wrong, from wondering why you weren't enough, from wondering why they couldn't understand and accept you. It's okay. You don't need to be understood or accepted by everyone. The only one that needs to understand and accept you is you. And you will spend your entire life trying to understand and accept yourself. And that too is okay. We're not here to talk about what we've achieved. We're here simply to share space so we can recognize, although we feel alone in this journey, there really are so many of us that experience the same types of struggles at the same time. And we're really not alone. We're not. Okay. So if you guys could give this video a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate that. If you could subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't already, please do share out the GoFundMe link. It's in the pinned comment here on this live. I do have the Durango Botanicals. If you go to durangobotanicals.com, excuse me, and type in Emmie Evolving as your code. I believe he he raised the discount because you get a discount using that code. I believe he raised the discount to 25%. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. I don't know what the 25 means. I think he's giving you guys a 25% off. And again, all the proceeds from any CBD sales from that whole website, whatever, commission I get as an affiliate, it will go directly into the account I use to help sustain my brother. So thank you guys so much. Oh, and also sales, all sales from this shirt. I'm a fucking unicorn. All the proceeds from the sales of this shirt, and whatever other I'm a unicorn products on my Teespring, that also goes to my brother. I so deeply appreciate everyone who's donated, especially people who've donated multiple times. I definitely want you to get something in return, So this is the best CBD I've ever had, like ever, ever. I can't even rave about it enough. Seriously, best CBD I've ever had. Um, yeah, some good shit. All right, guys, I gotta go. Sessions are starting. I love you guys. Thank you for being so patient as I had to take care of stuff for the past week. Anytime I disappear for a period of time, you got this. You got this. Watch old videos. Sit quietly within yourself. You got this. Don't allow yourself to create a dependency on me. It would do amazing for my channel to grow, but that's not why I have a channel. It never was. It was simply to be publicly visible to the people who are ready to hear the words of soul, not to create a dependency on me. You are just as powerful as I am. You don't actually need me in your life. It's just a beautiful thing to be able to share space together in these videos. But you've got this. You've got your entire life. You can handle anything life throws at you. Throw that bitch back. No, handle it. You got this, okay? So I gotta go. I love you guys. I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.